Welcome to my presentation on the word connotation. Now if I just do it at the top here, connotation is a very useful word, and it's really interesting in more than just literature. It's interesting for life because as I've kind of grown older, I've realized more and more that things have connotations. There's lots of hidden connotations behind the language we use or other people use, and not always is it intended. Sometimes there's connotations in what people say or in what you read in a book that maybe the author didn't even realize was there but is actually behind it. So once you begin to explore these connotations, once you explore these implications and suggestions, you really can begin to see the roots of language and the roots of human ideas and human exchange. So if I just get a bit more down to earth and then give the definition. So the definition is of a connotation is something suggested in addition to the main meaning. So it's not the main meaning, it's not the technical basic main meaning of something. It's what is suggested beyond that. It's what comes with it. It's what's implied by that main meaning. It's not the main meaning itself. That's what's denoted. I better write that down. So it's not the same as denote. Denote it is about the basic facts about something. That is not connotation. Connotation is about all the things associated with it that come naturally, associated with it or suggested by it. So if I just give a quick example. So when you see or when you think about a fireplace, that denotes, as in the basic facts about it, denotes fire, or even more basically, denotes a place with fire. That's a fireplace. But what is connoted, or a fireplace connotes all different manner of things you can imagine. So it connotes what is suggested by a fireplace. Well, it suggests warmth. To me, it suggests relaxation, kind of comfort. All different, like maybe even I wouldn't say middle class, but like you wouldn't get it. It seems like a nice kind of almost a luxury. That's what's connoted to me by a fireplace. So warmth, relaxation, comfort. That is what is connoted. Now, if I give an image to kind of reinforce this, so with this image, which should be arriving shortly, it's a tree. And it's useful to bring that image in because you can see the trunk as the main meaning, as the technical basic aspect of something. So if I just mark that down. So you've got the tree trunk as the main meaning. But then what is connoted, and I use this image to kind of remind of this, is all those things that come with it, all those branches and leaves and flowers and fruits that come with it. So a tree trunk, just its basic meaning is bark, and it denotes a tree. That is what a tree trunk denotes. But it connotes all manner of different things, all these things that come from it. So it connotes, and that's really to get the difference. It connotes all these things that spring from it. So what does a tree trunk connote? If I just change colour. So connotes nature, or tranquility, or even, or that kind of peacefulness. So those things that are connoted by a tree trunk, they're the things, if you visualize it as the things that come from it, that spring from it, the branches and leaves, that's the connotations of something. It connotes nature, tranquility, peacefulness. That's not part of the technical definition. If you look at the Oxford English Dictionary for tree trunk, you don't see nature or tranquility or peacefulness. You see the technical kind of biological specifications. But connotation is about much more than that. It's about what is suggested. And that's why often, connotation is a very human activity, because we often send mixed signals through our language, through our inventions of ideas. All different things come from it and spread from it, implications and suggestions that sometimes we don't even know we're making. So a quick addition to all this that might help you remember, that I love doing, which is just to give a hint about the etymology of a word. So the etymology just being the origin of the word, which is where it came from. And just quickly, you get the con bit. It's all from Latin, so Latin. You get the con bit in words like, and also it can also be com, same root, con and com. You get it in compassion, company. It's kind of, it's that, imagine construct, when you construct something. So that's where it's different from denote. Denote is more like destruct. It's bringing it down, it's simplifying, bringing it down to the basics. Destruct, denote. But connote is about building more. It's like construction. It's connoting. It's things that is in addition to the main meaning. So that com just means kind of joining or together, or adding. Probably be a better way of saying it, adding. But then the note is just obviously like noting, marking down. So note or marking down. So connote is noting down at the same time, kind of joined together. So you see the tree trunk, and at the same time as acknowledging the basics of the tree trunk, you're noting down, you're connoting all the different implications and suggestions about nature and tranquility and peacefulness, all the things that spring to mind. So that's the roots of the word connotation. And I hope all of that just gives you a brief insight into this interesting and well worth researching and finding out about and feeling confident about this word connotation.